So day one is done. We had a little bit of a plan change in that we decided to, well, we caught the shuttle this morning, the bus up there, and got in around 1 o'clock to Pachina Bay, and then we did our orientation, and we were thinking we would stop in Pachina Bay and overnight there and take off to Michigan the next morning, but we thought, screw it, let's just go. So packs on, and we went and hiked 12 kilometers and got into Michigan right around 6:30. Set up camp and started a fire and cooked some food and had some dinner. And I think it'll be an early night. Real muddy, lots of mud. But boots stayed dry, everything's looking good. So yeah, all's going well. Flip the camera around here, and I think. Maybe not. Okay, well, I'll just do it this way. So we're set up down there. You can see Marty and Agnes over at the tent. We went down that way, and that's actually southbound, so we're going to be hiking out that way tomorrow. And a lot of campers up this way. Michigan's a pretty big camp, so yeah, some good people so far and having a good time. Day one. West Coast Trails 2022. So, day two is in the books, and we started off, as I said yesterday, at Michigan, and we got a late start. Decided to roll out around 10:30 or so, thinking it was going to be a shorter hike than it was, but it was a long hike. It was 12 kilometers, but it took a long time. We were hiking for probably about, I think it was 5 hours? 5 hours or more. Anyways, we ended up making it to Tsusiat Falls, and it's absolutely beautiful. Marty and I went for a dip in the falls, like a shower. We got our camp set up, and then we went for our shower, and then we proceeded to get rained on, and the rain is coming down now. So we just got here to some random beach, and you get the West Coast Trail Men at Work. YMCA!
So that was the anchor from Skagit, and this is my anchor.
I think it was the Skagit.
One anchor, she's my anchor.
One anchor to another.
Yeah, yeah. And that's Evelyn's anchor, in case you were wondering.
And I can see why he stopped here. It's a real pretty spot. I'm gonna go this way. There we go.
There we go.
I can see why he stopped. It's a really pretty spot. We got a rundown old cabin behind us, but the beach is gorgeous. All right. What we got right here is the West Coast Trail Suspension Bridge.
First one.
We're about to cross it. This is the first crossing. Crikey, mate, you're gonna see her in action.
What did you tell me to do again? Exactly. One foot.
So, night 3, doing it by the light of the headlamp over here. And yeah, today started off, last night was quite rainy. I think I mentioned it in last night's posting. And this morning started off kind of wet, not really raining, but really windy. I had a little mishap at camp. Marty and Agnes went to do something, and their tent proceeded to blow away, so I had to struggle to hold their tent down until they got back, and while we were trying to pack up. Early departure from Sutsiyat Falls, and we hiked 7 kilometers to the crab shack today. And actually, we were all done. We were spent, so we figured, you know, we're pretty tired, but we're stopping at the crab shack for lunch. By the time we finished eating there, we got there about 11 o'clock, and by the time we finished eating, we were completely rejuvenated and ready to go. So we did another 8 kilometers for a total of 15 kilometers today, and ended up at Cribs. I've seen dolphins doing it, but not the sea lions.
And Darren.
Let's make it happen, Captain.
Atta boy, Darren.
Oh yeah.
This used to be ladders down and ladders up. Wouldn't that have been hard?
So it's just about 8 o'clock on day 4, and we decided to try to make some ground today and hike from Cribs to Cullite. Not a great hike, actually. Really a lot of rain, a lot of beach walking, so our legs are really tired. You can probably hear it's still raining like crazy. We got to Cullite, and it's not a very good campsite, so set up in the rain as quickly as possible because we were all freezing cold and starting to shiver. Agnes was starting to get a little hypothermic, and I had fallen in the water, so my boots are soaked. So yeah, kind of a quick makeshift camp, and we've hunkered down for the night, and we're going to try to ride it out tonight and see what happens tomorrow. Mostly right now just focused on staying warm. Everything's fine. I am currently warm and in my tent, and currently everything's holding together, but you can probably hear there's quite the storm raging outside, and yeah, we're going to be here for the night. We'll see what happens tomorrow. What happened for day 5 is we got up in the morning at Cullite, and the rain had let up a bit, so we started hiking out and headed out to a spot called Campers. It was only a 5K hike that day, but it turns out that the sun ended up coming out later in the morning, and by the time we got to Campers, we were the only one in the campsite and the sun was out. So we took advantage of that and spread out all of our gear on the rocks and the logs and dried everything out. And we just spent the entire day at Campers. So day 5, we didn't get too far. We only did, like I said, 5 kilometers, but it was sure nice to have that break and recover from the storm the day before. We just laid there all day in the sun and kind of washed ourselves, washed some of our clothes, dried everything out, started a fire. As people started rolling into camp, we started chatting with them, cooked up a good meal, because again, the day before in the storm, we didn't even get a chance to cook anything. So that was a summary of day 5, again, after the fact, but there it is. Oh my gosh, day 6. And we did 7 kilometers this morning from Campers to Thrashers. And we're set up camp here at Thrashers now. Just waiting for my beef stroganoff to simmer. And give you a little pander around. So we've actually got a couple of primo spots. This is Marty and Agnes' spot. Agnes over there prepping dinner. And not a bad day, actually. Pretty easy hike, some mud, things like that, nothing terrible. We decided to avoid Owen Point and the boulders and stuff because the tides, and it was raining earlier. I mean, we were fine, we had weather gear on, but it makes the rocks really slippery. So we bypassed that, and just for safety's sake. And the plan is tomorrow we'll get up and motor out here.
there.
This
Yes.
and Darren's
Can we get a whoop whoop? Can we get a tequila? Give it a woo. Give me a whoop whoop. Are you crying? Atta boy.
They didn't kill me. They put up with me. Thank you to the Bear family.
Love you, Darren.
That was great.
Martin Bear, Cliff, you just finished the West Coast Trail. How'd it go for you?
That was real good, eh? You know, we had a 7-day plan. Made it in 7 days. Good coaching, eh? We had a good prep. Went well, just like we wanted, eh? And we'll come back and do it again next time. Basically, do the same sort of thing. Have some real good defense, eh? Good poles, good water, good food, good company. Take your time. Be careful, and you know, it'll all work out. It's all good.
That's a great plan. Darren McKenty, you just finished the West Coast Trail. How do you feel?
You know, I feel pretty good. I think we gave it 110%. I think we did our coach proud, and you know, gave it our all for the fans. Yeah, it was a tough trail, but we took it. We're on the final boat trip back to the car. Agnes, you did great. Marty, you were tolerable.
First trail. Cheers.
West Coast Trail.